I hope your walk with God is being blessed. Today, I want to talk to you about a well-known woman in the Seventh-Day Adventist Church. The woman's name is Ellen White. Ellen was a number of things. She was the daughter of a former farmer turned hat maker, Robert Harmon, and a teacher turned stay-at-home wife, Eunice Harmon. Ellen was the seventh of 8 siblings, 6 brothers, 2 sisters, the 8th being her twin sister. Ellen was the mother of 4 children. Ellen was the wife of James White. Ellen was a Christian that lived out her faith in ministry wherever she was sent. Ellen was one of the 3 founders of the Seventh-Day Adventist Church. As a person, she was all of these things. I'm going to encourage you to get to know the person by reading the written accounts of her life. I'm going to say something really quickly here. I will encourage you always to read her writings and the works that the Lord helped her write. But I'm going to encourage you to read about her life. The miraculous testimonies of how the Lord blessed her life and others, the accounts of His working in her to do His good pleasure, are simply remarkable. I'm going to leave links in the description below. I encourage you to check them out. You're going to hear a lot about Ellen White in Seventh-Day Adventist churches. You're going to hear about her from other voices that actively criticized her. Why? Because she dared to be the Lord's messenger. If you look in the Bible, you'll see that the Lord's messengers are called prophets. They faithfully gave the messages to the nations that the Lord gave them, and they sent them to. But they were always persecuted for doing it. It never mattered who they were, Moses, Elijah, whoever. If they gave a message that rebuked their sins or the evil they were doing to others, they were going to be persecuted, even killed. For 70 years, Ellen served the Lord as His messenger. She preached, she taught, she wrote about the Word of God and about the things that God revealed to her in visions and dreams. Some people obeyed her counsel, and they were greatly blessed. Others did not, and they had to deal with the consequences. The church followed the counsel given to Ellen and became the global movement it is today because they did. The testimonies of the Adventist institutions that were founded throughout her life and the people who were there will make this point plain. Check these out. Ellen White was not free of faults. She had her faults, and she was definitely not free of criticism. And you're going to see a lot of this on social media. But as a Seventh-Day Adventist, you need to do your own homework here. Ellen White was either a Christian that received the call to serve as the Lord's messenger, or she wasn't. I'm going to encourage you to find this answer for yourself. Prayerfully look in the Bible at the lives and ministries of the Lord's prophets, and then look into the life and ministry in Ellen White. Then you can make your decision, and you'll decide whether or not she was the Lord's messenger. Be persuaded in your own mind. That's all for now. We'll see you next time on StudySDA.